Good morning, friends, followers, and channel members. It's not morning anymore, is it? It's good afternoon. Anyway, happy Tuesday. It's, I was going to say it's the start of a brand new week. Of course, it's not. It's Tuesday, but this is our first flight of the week. We are in Geneva, and we're going to be flying a brand new route. In fact, I don't even think they've flown this route yet. It's one possibly starting in the summer to Coruna. So, looking forward to that. It's quite a scenic approach. Some mountains to avoid as we come in. So yeah, quite nice as well. The airport in question, Coruna, is actually part of one of the world updates. So it's got handcrafted scenery by default. If anyone wants to check that out. So, as always, the operational flight plan is pinned into the chat if you are watching on YouTube. Welcome to all our viewers. Hey, Brian Crawley, Brian Dyer, DC. DC, you're at home to celebrate your 50th anniversary. That is amazing. And congratulations, DC. Hey, J Hog, hey, Dark, good to see you. Dr. Magic, good afternoon to you as well. Hey, Mark, hello. Right, let's... it's getting loud, isn't it? I don't think we've got any air traffic control here. No, we don't have any air traffic control, but never mind. Doesn't matter, of course. We'll be on board and we'll be on Unicom. Dark Fury on Twitch as well. Welcome to our Twitch viewers. So Scotty, good morning to you. Good afternoon, sorry. Good afternoon. Dr. Magic, celebrating 21 months of channel membership. In and out of meetings today. We'll stay on board as long as I can. Thank you, Dr. Magic. I've got a school run at about 10 past 3 p.m. local time. So we probably need to get going. Right, let's hop into the flight deck then, shall we? Oh, so how long have we got to go before we're meant to push? I think we're meant to push in around half an hour, so we're going to have to rattle through this. Aircraft is in its turnaround state as per usual for this time of day, but definitely want to start getting things set up. So quick, just the powered up flow. So we just want to check that the little navigation lights are on, of course. Acupressure is a bit low. Let's get that topped up because well, GSX doesn't top it up when it opens the cargo doors for some reason. Flaps are up and spoilers are retracted. Gears sorted as well. Parking brake is on. What's just binged at me? Nothing important by the looks of things. The Fenix was a bit temperamental actually when I was starting this up. So not quite sure what that was all about, but there we go. Right, that's done. That looks good. Look at the QNH 1033. It was incredibly high here in the UK last week and over the weekend. It was something like 1047. I've never seen one as high as that. Let's get the weather then. So. I don't know if I've actually got the live weather bug or not. I can't see any clouds at all, but the METAR also says Cav OK, so take from that what you will. Right, let me see. So winds are 050 at 6, variable between 20 and 90. Cav OK 3 degrees. QNH is 1033. There we are. Yes, so it's going to be runway 4 in use. That's fine. That's what we've planned. So 1033. Yeah, that's good. Just check the guard frequencies on. Yeah, that's fine. 1 hour 40 minutes. Our flight time today. Switcher panel, thrust meters, engine masters, starter, etc., etc. That's fine. Initial climb, I think 7,000. Set that now. 1033. Get the constraints on. Boom. Right. Okay. Looks like that is pretty much it. We just need to set the box up. Let's go through the operational flight plan. I have been through this quickly because I knew I was going to be a little bit late starting for this today. GD says he's in Zurich. The weather is indeed very good around here, so it's probably not far off in Geneva. Well, that's fair enough. You just never know, do you? When you can't see a cloud in the sky on Microsoft Flight Simulator, is it working or is it not working? And it's been very temperamental these last few days. Right, the shear rate around Minso is getting up quite high, so I don't know. Could be turbulent around there. I got no idea where Minso is in our flight plan. Go through and find that. It's about 20 minutes into the flight, so maybe we'll start the cabin service a little bit later than usual today. With the fuel, etc. Look at our beautiful weather that we expect coming into the northwestern tip of Spain. That's beautiful, isn't it? Let's have a quick look at the forecast as well for Coruna. Winds light and variable, so I think they'll use the runway with the ILS, which I think is runway 21. At a guess. Mark, you're going to be ignorant. Where's Coruna? So Coruna is on the northwestern tip of Spain. If you have a look at that. Yes. So what's that? Scattered 4,000 feet. Good visibility. QNH 1016. No significant changes. So gorgeous weather. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, almost doesn't matter if real weather's not working. It's going to be pretty similar to that. Anyway, the forecast is very good as. Is very good as well. So, with that, what extra fuel are we going to take? Probably not too much. There's our flight route. Oh, there you go. There you are, Mark. That's where we're headed. Just around here. We've got a nice tailwind as well. How rare is it to get a tailwind flying in this direction? So yeah, that's weird. So, just skirting this little area of a light to moderate chop there. Mind you, that only goes up to, is it 20,000 feet? Oh no, 36,000 feet. Well, we can climb above that if it's really bad. Yeah, there we go. That's your lot. So, plug fuel 7.1. Let's take 7.5 tons then. No reason to load lots of extra fuel. So we're going to take 7.5 tons. We'll get things started. Let's tell GSX they can begin boarding as well. So I'll get the master switch on for the APU, and that's on. We're parked on one of the kind of like a remote stand really, and yeah, I have seen the Swiss registered Easyjet aircraft use these stands, so it's not entirely unrealistic. Hey Zara, good afternoon mate, hope you're well. Right, APU is starting, flaps opened, beautiful. Right, let's start setting up the box. Let's see, so 1 hour 40 minutes, let's get our ACARS request in. Give that a second to load. What have we got? Operational flight plans, go to the top, and then I've got all the details that we need. So, as I said, this is a new route for Easyjet. I'm guessing it's going to be, because it's based out of Geneva, it's going to be Easyjet Switzerland, but they've not actually flown this yet. This is one that you can book for the summer. So we're going top Swiss 34 Alpha Mike, cost index of 4 as usual. Ground temperature is 3. What's our tropo? It's 34,179. I'm going to leave that. That's pretty close. Okay, let's get the winds. APU is up and running. That's fine. Let's get the bleed on. It's been about a minute. Give it another minute, then we'll start getting passengers on board, and start getting yourself sat in the seats. I don't know which side's going to be better for you guys today, left or right. I think the approach from if you sat on the left-hand side, the approach I think is going to be looking quite nice. Zach House, hey, he says, finally able to catch us on a live stream. Oh, mate, thank you for coming on board. Hope you're going to enjoy the flight with us today. It's quite a long one as well. Over an hour and a half flight time. Wind is done. IRS in it. Yeah, I'm a bit pushed for time, so that's all fine. My first officer's checked that. Cruise flight level today, we've got 310 there, although we are actually planned, we're going to climb a little bit later on. I think we're going to get up to 37, are we? Yeah, 37. Why would we be flying 370 on a westerly route? Unless it's one of those daft airways. Some airways are like that, but there you go. We'll pop 370 on there. Okay, so come on then GSX, let's do your thing. They've got a long walk from the terminal to get on board, so let's request boarding. Now the pack's on. Hey David, hope you're well. Yeah, so they've got to walk all the way from over here, so I don't want to hang around. So our departure today takes us out of runway 04. It's actually quite a neat departure. This is actually a very good departure because we're taking off in the wrong direction, so we have to immediately turn back round. So we're going to be on the Dipple 4 Papa departure. Insert that, and then we're going to be arriving ILS Zulu, and that's on the Lambda 3 Alpha. Lambda 3 Alpha, there we go. And that comes in via I've not got the charts for this yet, hang on. Let's find out. ILS 21. I think we're coming in via Galzo. I'm sure it's Galzo. 1 second, let's find out. The Lambda comes in, yes, via Galzo. Then we have a little, and then we've got 721 miles on the operational flight plan, 734 miles in the box. So, quick check on how that's doing. Right, cabin crew are here. Come on, let's get them on board.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so you can open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you. No problem.
Oh, it seems to have got an inbuilt hold in there for some reason. Oh, that might be the go-around. Might be the go-around that the hold's there. Yeah, there we go. So actually, that route, that looks fine. We may trim that route off a little bit rather than flying a full DME arc. We can probably just might just fly to the north. But I'll explain a bit more about that a little bit later on. Okay, good. That's fine. Radnav page then here in Geneva. We want Sierra Papa Romeo, and we want Geneva. Let's get those on. Right, in it be. Preliminary load sheet, 0 fuel weight of 54.5 and a CFG of 30.1. Fuel for the alternate, where is the alternate? Is that Asturias, I think? Never been there either. Alternate is, let's call that 1.9 tons. Alright. And takeoff centre of gravity is 28.3. Aircraft says 7.4, we're taking 7.5. Takeoff weight 61.8. Alright. Accept that. Let's go over to the tablet. Departure performance calculations. Here we go. Canada's crash. Does CPDLC work in Phoenix? Absolutely. Yep, it sure does. Right, so runway 04 here. Nice short tax for us today as well, so that's good. Surfaces dry. Config 1. No need to force the toga. Anti-ice no. Packs off. Takeoff weight. What did I say? 61.8 and the CFG is 28.3. Grab live weather. Full length, I think. Where are we? Oh yeah, so we're right down here, I think. Let's get this one. Stand 85, I think we're at today. Yeah, stand 85, so we'll go full length. Let's go there. Thomas Barrett, good morning, sir. Right, there we go. 129, 135, 135. Hello. 129, 135, 135. Flaps 1. And our flex today is 66.
Morning.
Right, so just confirm these speeds with you guys then. 129, 135, 135, and clean is 200. Just look at the departure. Is there any speed restrictions? No, that's fine. Okay, now I'm pretty certain that Geneva is a noise abatement 1 departure or close. Let's find out. Yeah, so thrust restriction acceleration is 2907, 4407, engine out acceleration is 2407. Okay, let's update that. and the engine out is 2407. There we go. Alright, onto the secondary flight plan. We'll copy the active. Alright, that's all good. Let's get the engine out procedure in. I think it's very straightforward, this. So it's non-standard, that makes sense because of the terrain around us. So we're going to climb out on the 224 SPR radial, which is essentially runway heading. It's a complicated way of saying fly straight out and into the hold at Sierra Papa Romeo. Now, is Sierra Papa Romeo part of our departure anyway? No, it's not. So let's pop in Sierra Papa Romeo. It's there. And oh, what have we done? Okay, secondary flight plan, copy active again. Try again. Sierra Papa Romeo. Let's pop it just here. Ah, here we go. Enter the hold. Inbound course is 224 and right turns. Done, done, done. And if that is the case, then we'll be coming back here to Geneva, Lima Sierra, Golf Golf, and it'll be the ILS approach for runway 04. No start, and we could probably have Geneva as our veer, to be fair. Right, let's check what that looks like out. Yep, straight out. Enter the hold. When we're happy, come back, fly via the Geneva VOR, fly a teardrop approach, back in for the ILS. Done. Right, engine out procedure in the secondary flight plan is finished. Oh, hang on, there was a discontinuity there. What was that? Oh, right, yeah. Clear that out. Beautiful. Alright guys, I think we're about ready to start the brief. Just do a final check, no ATC. No. Alright, so starting the brief as always with the weather. So current weather then here at Geneva. Oh, beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous. So we've got a light wind, which is more or less on the nose, variable from the right hand side as we depart. Cav okay, beautiful visibility, 3 degrees, so it's a bit cold. QNH is 1033. Weather en route, we've got a nice tailwind pushing us all the way down. A little bit of turbulence around the 21 minute mark from departure, so just keep an eye on that. Let cabin crew know that they perhaps might want to delay starting the drink service. There's no rush today, it's a nice long flight anyway. So yeah, maybe once we're 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in, then we'll start the cabin service. Weather for the arrival, beautiful, hardly any wind, and we've got a few clouds 4,000 feet. Other than that, it's all looking good. Aircraft is fully serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. No times for our departure today. Threats to be aware of course, it is Geneva, so the biggest threat is the terrain. We're kind of in the valley, for anyone who is familiar with Geneva will of course know. So yeah, that's our biggest our biggest issue. So if anything goes wrong, we are VMC today, we've got beautiful conditions, so if anything goes wrong, of course we've got terrain up to the north, the west, the south, the east. We've got a little valley sort of northwest straight out on our runway heading, so if something really goes wrong, you know, we can look out the window today and see what not to hit. But yeah, just continue straight out, and we're going to enter that hold over here, over Lake Geneva at Saint-Prix, so that's fine. Yeah, so all the MSA 7,000 feet, but then it's a bit high down here, so that's 7,600, sorry, 10,600 feet. And just so we've got a bit of a visual cue on the navigation display, I can go to the fixes page. That information is all based off the Geneva VOR, so if we just pop in GVA, and it is safe and 7,000 feet up to 10 miles around there. So again, just for a bit of situational awareness, stick a 10-mile radius on there. So there you are. That's fine. It's MSA 7,000 within that ring. All right. Good, so we are parked stand 85. We're going to push back taxi and we'll push back onto the link 0. I think it'll be on the inner taxiway, then link 0, and from that it'll be the outer, and then yeah, we're going to go full length. We'll hold it to Golf for runway 04. Departure then is pretty straightforward, but kind of fun, particularly if you're a passenger. So straight out, we're on Dipple for Papa, so straight out, and then once we have passed 5,000 feet, but not before 2 miles from GVA, which we've got up on VOR2, then we can start making the left-hand turn back around to the Papa Alpha Sierra VOR, and our initial climb will be up to 7,000 feet. It's a noise abatement 1 departure. First turns, I've just said, it'll be up to the left, and just for the taxi, of course, no single engine taxi because it's far too short. Alright, I think that's the brief done. That's the standard brief. Emergency brief then, so just normal standard A320 emergency brief, and then the engine out procedure for this is non-standard. Once we take off, basically continue out on runway, heading straight to the hold at Sierra Papa Romeo, which is, I think, pretty much on the runway track anyway. Whoa, right, I also think everyone's just got on board as well. Has that final load sheet come through? Ah, no, it won't have, because I've not added the weight and balance to our aircraft yet. 1 second, so we're going to be taking 7.5 tons of fuel, didn't I plan for? There we go. Let's just load that, do that instantly. Job done. And yeah, I think everyone's now on board. Hey Christian, good to see you, mate. So the pumps can come off.
Hi Gavin, all the passengers are on board and we're ready to go.
External power can come off.
A cup of tea after we've taken off.
That's great, thank you.
So don't need external power anymore. Refuel is completed. Beacon lights are on. Right, tell the ground crew, yeah, you can get rid of the GPU, you can get rid of chocks and cones. That's all done as well. Lewis, mate, you start cabin crew training for Easyjet on Thursday. Oh, you can get yourself straight in the flight deck. Tell them you know what you're doing. You've been watching YouTube. You'll be fine. Lewis, that is absolutely amazing. You'll have to keep on and come and tell us how you're getting on, though. We'll be interested to know. I think the bit that a lot of the cabin trainees are always excited for is the emergency stuff, like. When you go and get in the pool and have to play with the inflatables. Right, so that's done. Right, quick check of the pages. We'll get the ground crew sorted, then we're out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Gavin, and I would like to welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft. We expect a good flight with you today, with no weather problems showing in front of us. So we should be pushing back within the next few minutes or so. For now, the ground crew have now finished loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured, then we can make sure we can depart on time. The cabin crew will shortly be providing their safety demonstration video, so it would be appreciated if you could give them your full attention. A special welcome on board to our Easyjet Sim Pilot members, and if you wish to inquire about becoming a member, please contact a member of the cabin crew. All our Easyjet Sim Pilot members are of course entitled to free drinks throughout the flight. Thanks very much, and we'll give you an update once we're airborne.
Alright, let's do our cockpit preparation checklist then. So aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 7,500 kilograms and it's balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. It is, should be, let's just check. Yeah, 3.5 green. Didn't check the aircraft status actually, should have done as I'm boarding the aircraft for the first time, but yeah, that's all fine. So that's fine. Seatbelt signs are on. It is, yeah, 3.5 green power ref. QNH is 1033. Fantastic. Lewis Aviation as well, also, as well as starting cabin crew training for EasyJet, is celebrating almost 2 years, Lewis, of channel membership. Lewis, thank you so much for that. If you've enjoyed the setup, and of course you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe, and of course please do hit that like button. It makes a massive difference to the channel. It really does. So thank you everyone who's has gone and done that already before we've even pushed back. Okay, let's get the ground crew into position, and then yeah, then I'm gonna get going.
Cabin crew, we're about ready for flags. Please all the doors and cross check. Thank you.
So GSX, come do your thing, prepare for pushback and departure, and so on. Alright, where are you? Here he is. He's not in a rush, is he?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah, so stand 85 all the way down here. Short
Departure
taxi.
check completed. Light has been inserted.
Mark, I hadn't seen that crash actually, and yeah, with regards to live weather, what we may find is it might actually just spawn in, and a little bit, I guess we should have briefed that in the threats, shouldn't we? It's not a threat you get in real world, weather just arriving randomly. Right, let's get ourselves onto Unicom 122.8 and a quick look behind us to see if anybody's there.
Looking gear.
Nope. Cloudless skies. Geneva traffic toss was 34 Alpha Mike stand 85 pushing back facing west on the inner. Leo 25, am I running FSTraffic? FSTraffic models I'm using, backed up by FSLTL models. Tail to the left. Here we go.
Release parking brakes.
Right, so beacon lights on, transponder is on, and acupressure's in the green. Alright, hold your horses. Parking brake is on. Yeah, sorry, this is before start checklist. So parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB and phone is silent, doors are closed and armed, beacon light is on. Okay, yeah, I'm happy to release the parking brakes. So parking brakes released.
Release parking brakes. Push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, engine mode selected to ignition. Noticeable steering's disconnected, so starting engine 1. Since having both FSTraffic and FSLTL for VMR files for the model matching on VATSIM, I haven't seen a single blank livery. It's amazing. Hey Wally Huzak, good morning. Vigo7 on Twitch, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, Dark, I've just seen on Twitch as well, you've pasted the flight plan for people to follow and grab as well. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin.
Where are you pushing me,
Floor
GSX?
lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head.
I think that will
Pass
do.
the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap.
Starting engine 2.
Do not
Parking brake.
inflate it inside
Parking
the
brake set.
aircraft.
Cockpit to ground.
When
We have a good
outside,
engine.
inflate
Start.
by
You can
pulling the
disconnect.
toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Right, so we've got pushed back a little bit further than I expected, actually. So we've been pushed back straight onto the outer taxiway. That's fine. That's fine.
Unlocking gear.
So, taxi straight forward and round to the right. Leo, any news about Phoenix for new updates? No, not yet. Not yet.
Geneva traffic, Lufthansa 559er, taxiing via inner to link 1, holding point Echo runway 04.
Left is clear, right is clear, engine number 2 is happy and available, so engine mode selector back to normal, EPU can come off, anti-ice not required, EPU master is off. And on the spoilers, 0, the rudder, flaps 1, and our trim is 28.2, which is probably around there anyway, so okay, good stuff, that's all done. After start checklist, anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trim is 28.2%, and rudder is neutral. Flight controls check then, whilst we're here, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right, rudder, full left, and neutral. Haystack House, so self-loading cargo provides the announcements. Alright, beautiful, that's done. So, Geneva traffic, top Swiss 340 Alpha Mike taxi now via the outer to holding point Golf, runway 04. And auto brake, weather, TL config, terrain. There we are. Right, let's go. Let's get the camera crew sat down. As I say, it's not a very long taxi. This.
Cabin crew, seat for takeoff, please.
Okay, quick brake check. That's fine. Right, so the PEDS check. No change to the performance, no LMCs. That's all checked. So takeoff performance is good. Dry runway figures, full length departure, runway 04. Engine out procedure is climb straight out on runway heading and then hold at Sierra Papa Romeo. Get ourselves safe at 4,000 feet. Gets us safe up there. The departure is the Depal 4 Papa, noise abatement 1, so we're going to be following SRS, and first turn will be to the left. That, however, is not before 2 miles from the Geneva VOR and when passing 5,000 feet. Initial climb is flight level 70. No, it isn't. Initial climb is flight level 90. Transition altitude 7,000. There we go. Hey, Butter 001, does live weather work for me? Not at the moment. Well, I don't know. It's actually reported at the moment to be clear skies, so it might be working. We just can't tell. Right, the taxi checklist, flight controls are checked. Flap setting is config 1, FMA is climbing up blue 152 9,000 blue. The flex is 66. Radar and predictive wind shear is on. Ecam memo takeoff mode blue. EFB is stowed, disconnected as well. There we are. Wonderful. Certainly don't think there's any need for the Cat 2 and 3 holding points at the moment. Interesting that live weather's broken. Live weather may be broken in terms of winds, precipitation, and in terms of clouds, precipitation, that kind of thing. But the winds are absolutely spot on. So weather's just a bit iffy at the moment, for the want of a better word. It might pop in about half an hour's time. I was on the sim yesterday, and after about half an hour it just popped on, but there you go. Right, I've not heard anyone on comms. Approach path looked clear as we were taxiing down. So Geneva traffic, top Swiss 34 Alpha, Mike lining up runway 04 for departure to the Depot 4 Papa. Okay, lights on. And TCAS. Pack 1, pack 2 off. Let's go. Petros, yeah, Rex Weather Force is not a bad idea. I do have it, but I've not got it installed on this PC. Flight Simmer, hello, hope you're well. Right, lineup checklist. Cabin is secured for takeoff. Takeoff runway is full length, runway 04, and takeoff TCAS is TARA. Packs 1 and 2 are on. Yeah, actually, Morris, that's the problem with live weather pops in. It just ruins the immersion a little bit. It's worse when the winds change and your aircraft gets flung about and autopilot's disconnected and you're overspeeding, that kind of thing. Okay, yep. Geneva traffic, top Swiss 34 Alpha, my departing runway 04. Okay, paranoia check, looks good. Okay, so straight up, 5,000 feet, left turn, and take off. Start the chrono, and 50% N1. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. Manflex SRS runway.
Geneva traffic, Lufthansa 559, lining up runway 04.
100 knots.
Check. I haven't had to use any rudder. That's amazing. V1. Rotate. Nav.
Positive ring 5, gear up.
Gorgeous departure out of Geneva. Lovely day as well. Okay, keep the nose where it is this time and set thrust climb. SRS. So I'm just going to fly this manually for the moment. Pack 1 on. Pack 2. Thrust climb, climb. Okay, that's 5,000 feet and 2 miles, autopilot 1 engaged. Got no ATC, so we'll clear ourselves up to flight level. Let's go flight level 250, standard pressure 250 blue. So there's no clouds, it's been snowing a lot.
Geneva traffic, Lufthansa 559, departing runway 04, depot 4 Papa.
Okay, passing yes speed. So flaps 0, spoilers disarmed. Actually, why did I delay the autopilot? Purely because it was a nice straight out approach, a little bit of hand flying, and then I just wanted to fly it until I got 2 miles from Geneva and above 5,000 feet. That was the only reason. Once we'd passed that, back over for the autopilot to do. Excuse me. Christian, how do I like your snotty voice? You sound absolutely fine, mate. Don't think I've ever done this departure out of Geneva. Take off, turn around, fly back over the airport. Lovely. Aren't we lucky it's such a clear day? Okay, so the acceleration flow, we've got spoilers, flaps, gear. Get the lights off now. Don't need those anymore. 10,000 feet, airport's on the EFIS. Cost index 0.
Gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Okay, so I'm leaving the RadNav page and the secondary flight plan in as it is, because we're still in the general vicinity of Geneva, aren't we? So no point clearing all that out. Jonathan, am I using real seasons for the ground textures? It seems spring or summer. So I only use, for textures like that, I only use Rex AccuSeasons. Rex AccuSeasons, and that kind of changes the foliage. I'm not so sure about the actual ground textures in terms of fields and things like that. Works for me. Flight Sim, are there any PTU sounds? It adds to the immersion. The problem is, Flight Sim, it actually doesn't. In the flight deck, you can't hear the PTU. You can hear it in the cabin, and you can hear it in the cabin here in the Phoenix if you just happen to be on this view, for example, when you've got your second engine starting up. So it is there, but you only hear it when in the right place, which is a testament to how well the Phoenix team have developed it. Same with the fly-by-wire. They have the option to turn it on or off because having it turned off is more realistic for the pilots in the flight deck. Right, I'm happy now to release both cabin crew and passengers. We're above 10,000 feet anyway, aren't we? So seal signs can come off. Let's get ourselves up to 37. 370 blue.
Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
I'm guessing live weather is booked. There can't be not a single cloud for absolutely miles and miles around. Brian, why not just set cost index 0 during the cockpit preparation and then set it once in cruise? The reason for that, Brian, is because it affects your fuel planning, which obviously you need to do on the ground. Petros of Phoenix planning to do an A319 or A321. Nothing has been confirmed or denied. I actually just don't know. Christian Geneva ground has just come online. Is that just as you were about to start taking off? That wouldn't have affected you, would it? GD, did you just hear the toilet lavatory flush? Yes, you did. Dark Fury, AIUN. I don't know, mate. I don't know. As soon as I know, you know. Promise. Okay, right, let's go clear some stuff out. So that's done. RadNav page, get rid of those. Get rid of those. Secondary flight plan, copy active. That's now done. Fine. And we're on our way. I love flying to new airports, ones that we've not been to before, that we've not seen before. And the fact that this just so happens to be a handcrafted airport as well is yeah, well, it's even better, isn't it? So, worth checking out. Lightworker Matt on Twitch, is this the standard Microsoft Flight Simulator Airbus A320? No. Goodness me, no. This is the Fenix A320. Much, much more realistic. Kelvin, do I use the Tobii eye tracker? I have in the past, yes. The only reason I don't use it for streaming is just because I'm constantly looking left, right onto my second screen, so you guys just see this all the time, and for streaming it's probably not that good for you. What the heck is that? Some texture's not loaded in there. Right, what did I say the flight time was? About an hour and 40 minutes, didn't I? So about an hour and a half to go. Oh, that should get me finished in time for the school run. Thank goodness for that. Flight Simmer, if this was the default A320, wow, absolutely. Aircraft dev makers would be absolutely stuffed, wouldn't they? Right, so we said it could be a little turbulent up until around the 20-minute mark. That was going to be the most turbulent point of our flight plan today, which was shown to us on the by the shear rate. Where is it? Yeah, there, at Minso, 7.8. So, well, where is that? Yeah, there it is. Kelvin, progress of the flyby A380 looks promising. It looks amazing. I just hope I'm still alive when it comes out. And Track, good afternoon. How are you? Hope you're well. Borosima asks, are there some clouds on the horizon? You know what? There just might be. Over here. Unless it's... I don't know, you've got me excited now. Do they look like clouds? They could be, you know. Mark, I have seen the latest A380 video, yes, yeah. Cast TV on Twitch, which is the better aircraft, the A320 or the A321? I think if I ask most pilots, they say the A321. They like it. Not so keen on the A319. I guess the A320 is just the middle of the road. Actually, watch out for the Chinese spy balloons. Has anyone made a mod of that yet for Flight Sim? It would not surprise me in the slightest if somebody had. So I'm not quite sure where it is down there. I think we're flying over over Lyon at the moment. Yeah, I think we've got Lyon Saint-Exupéry Airport directly beneath us. Oh, there you go. Literally on the flight plan. Lucifer, yeah, that's correct. There is problems with clouds in Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment. Cast TV Twitch, how about the A350? I mean, as long-haul aircraft go, the A350 is meant to be absolutely beautiful. I know very little about the A350, but it looks nice, doesn't it? Dr. Magic said last weekend whenever you repositioned in GSX, the weather fixed itself, which was strange, with clouds and everything. I can't do that now. Hey Ian. Oh Ian Belvington, you're new here. In that case, Ian, welcome. Welcome on board our Easyjet service. You can't track us on Volanta because I don't have Volanta. Don't use it. Not because I have anything against it, just one less thing to use my PC resources in the background. Will Smith, good afternoon, mate. Ace Airstream, good afternoon, sir. You've just landed in Cairo in the sim for the first time, and you can confirm there are plenty of fluffy clouds there. After a couple of days, there's been blue skies everywhere. Someone else told me on... in fact, Christian, was it you on Discord said you got some clouds a little bit earlier on? I'll tell you what. We've just flown over Leon, haven't we? Let's just check what the. Oh, hang on. Come on, first officer, get your paws off. Let's just go to Lima Fox Lima Lima. What's happening here at Leon? We've just flown over Leon, so this is the general area of Leon. In fact, I do look like I've got some clouds now on the horizon, don't I? See that weather request. What's that say? Weather data, LCAV OK. So maybe it is working. Maybe this is exactly what it's like at the moment. It's just really nice weather. Easyjet pilot. Well, that's an interesting name. I recognise that image. How do I not have the default buildings? If you mean about the airport, because I've got an add-on. Christian, I'm glad to hear you see the same clouds as me. That's good. Yeah, so Greek213 on Twitch. I think live weather actually is working. Yeah, you can actually see now as we're getting closer and closer. There are clouds coming in a little bit later on. Petrus, have we been to Kefalonia? Have I flown? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Christian, which approach are we doing? Will be, I think it's runway 21. Yeah. Easyjet pilot, what is which add-on? Leon Airport down below was just Leon Airport, the Leon Airport add-on. I forget where that came from. The problem is now I've got that many add-ons and that many different airports. I've no idea who makes what. Gorgeous day over France. Christian, is it, has the wind picked up to favour 03? Well, in that case, we'll favour 03. My flight plan's got 21 on, so what is the weather doing? Might change in the next, hour or so. So what we got? 060 at 9. Oh, okay. Well, this is the fun approach. If you have to do this, if you have to do that approach, it's a it's a manual landing. We have to work a little bit. Let me get the charts up. We can have a look. So, arrival to runway 03 means we then do Londa 3 Alpha still, and then what we do instead is we fly from La Coruna VOR. And, well, come on, charts, charts, charts. And then we fly to Idotu, then get ourselves down 2,500 feet at this point, and then it's a nice visual landing, this. Oh, that could be neat. Something very different. Visual references are lit with a fixed red medium intensity Type C beacon of 2,000 candles. Lovely. Procedure is not usable in the period from sunset to sunrise if the lighting on the visual references are not available. Wonder if they've put those in the sim. So MDA is 1500. That'd be quite nice to do. Something very different. So 5,000 at Idotu, and then down to 2,500 feet. Yeah, this is definitely a nice stabilised approach, and we want to be fully stabilised by the 5 whiskey. Down we go at the 3 whiskey. It doesn't actually tell me at 3 whiskey what the descent rate is. Look out the window and work it out for yourself, I guess. VOR and PAP is angled at 3.4, so that's steeper than normal. Oh, keep an eye on the wind, and that might be the job then. Hey Will, do I program the Fenix in the same way as my video on doing the DME arc for the fly-by-wire? No, because the fly-by-wire at the time the video was made didn't do DME arcs. It does now, and the Fenix has always done them. Anyway, we're at cruising altitude, flight level 370, so perf back up to 4, and try the TCAS set to below. Lovely.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know that we've reached our cruising altitude for today, and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. A reminder that our Easyjet sim pilot members are able to take advantage of free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and we shall have an update for you shortly.
Right, well that's us done. Cruising altitude, sitting pretty all the way. Smarty186, is there a freeware Leon on flightsim.to? I have no idea. I'd have to check. Dark, see you in a bit, mate. Hopefully see you soon. Hey Marcel, good afternoon. Thanks for coming on board. Right, well I think the dodgy weather has passed with regards to our potential for the shear rates picking up and throwing us about a bit. Might be able to start the cabin crew service and tell the boys and girls in the back that it's safe, the passengers won't throw hot tea down themselves. FlySim, I use self-loading cargo for all the passenger announcements. That's the little app that I'm using. More the merrier. Good afternoon, mate. Hope you're well. Jaspology, thank you for following. Got quite a nice route today. We're over land for, well, all of it, I think. Yeah, there we go. might just be able to see the north coast of Spain as we fly. Oh, Ashley Morris says lunch break is over. See us next time. Thanks, Ashley. See you next time. Yeah, it looks like live weather. It does appear to be working. That looks far better. Flight Sim are the ones where I've customized the voice pack. So the voice pack and sound pack for Easyjet for self-loading cargo, one that I popped together, is available to channel members on our Discord server. Lenny83, thank you for following. You can see even now though, it's not actually just dead steady, it is moving around a little bit in the air. David says he's currently near Coruna on vacation, and it's very windy at the moment. Oh, that could be fun coming in. Will I have time for a go around and another go if the wind is playing up? Should do. Should do. Hey, Flight Sim Vlogs, am I flying across the land this Saturday? No, sorry. The problem with that is I can't do anything on a weekend. It's very rare, very, very rare that I stream on a weekend. Maybe when the kids have moved out. Dojo, how have I got live weather? Well, I didn't think I had when we first set off because it was clear skies. Turns out that's what the weather was actually like. But we have just, yeah, we just seem to have got it. I think they may have fixed it, which is nice. Ace Airstream says, live weather in real life has also reset after a few days of clear skies. You're now in the middle of a hailstorm. When I walked to the first officer this morning, I looked up and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Just really thin, concentrated contrails. It was that kind of day. Jude Gillis, thank you for following. Petros, have we flown to Bergamo? Do you know, I honestly can't remember. We might have. Might have. Easyjet pilot, when you were flying into Gatwick, you had to do 2 go-arounds because it was thick fog and you couldn't see. In that case, it should have been an auto land, I would have imagined, if the fog was that bad. Brian Dyer celebrating 21 months. It's been a grand 20 plus months. Brian, thank you, mate, for your amazing channel membership over all that time. Honestly, the support you guys give is unbelievable, and what continues to be able to permit me to do this kind of stuff, keeping you from working on a Tuesday afternoons. Thank you, Brian. Christian, at least they fixed the server disconnect issue, which ended up in a crash to desktop. God, that was annoying yesterday. I missed that yesterday, Christian, but I did read about it. It looks very green down there, doesn't it? Nice. Easyjet pilot, do I take flight suggestions from anyone? Yeah, you can purchase them using your Easyjet points. And of course, channel members, of course, are always able to suggest flight routes.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right, so cabin crew service is open. You can now spend your Easyjet points however you see fit. Yes, W, on a previous simulation you used a circle-like mod to choose apps. What was the name of the program, please? I have absolutely no idea. A circle mod to choose apps. Ah, that wasn't me. That is, because I've not got it. I think I know the one that you mean. Is it from Flight Team 42 or something? I forgot what they've called it. Flow, that's the one. It's called Flow. I don't actually have it, but I know the one you mean, so I can't show it, I'm afraid. Luvan, I'm considering getting Navigraph. Do you think it's worth it for the price? Yeah, definitely if you fly often, and it's almost essential if you're on VATSIM. I don't know whether to go and get a cup of tea now that everything's happy and calm. Yeah, so many people say Navigraph is a must. Not just for the charts, but the data it provides as well. When was the last AirX cycle update that Microsoft and Azobo did? What data is everyone currently using if you've not got Navigraph Nav data installed? Petros, am I satisfied with the RTX 3060? Yeah, it's not the 3060 Ti, I don't think. Just the box standard 3060. And yeah, well, judge for yourselves, I guess. The only caveat is I'm only streaming and playing in 1080, so it's not 4K or anything like that. Good enough for me, though. Andreas, yes, on Metal looks for a 03 approach, which will be fun. Will I do a circle to land from 21 or the RNAV? Oh, we'll definitely do the RNAV. In fact, what's the circle to land? Is that even permitted? Oh yeah, it is. Just looking at the terrain over here. No, RNAV. RNAV all the way. Good fun. Final approach track is offset 80 degrees from runway centerline. Yes. Don't forget to turn left. Christian says good call. He's going to get himself a cup of tea now as well. Needs to get rid of this cold. You've had it since Friday. Ugh. They're no fun, are they? Hey Lucas, is this the Atarium Easyjet livery? Ah, it's the Easyjet Sim Pilot channel livery. So, there you go. That's the one. Thanks to my MOC and livery painter, Dark Fury, for creating this. Christian, the wind's died down a little bit. It says 9 knot tailwind now for 2 on. Well, do they have anything about preferred runway usage? Low visibility, ground movement, arrival, departure, communication failure, taxi procedures, parking information. Continuous descent, Cat 2, circling 03. We're not doing the circling. No, it doesn't say whether they have a preferred runway anyway, at all. Christian, 21's preferred because 03 is right over the city. No, other way. Yeah, 21's over the city. 03 is probably preferred. Yeah, the RMP into 03 looks like fun. I think the last pilot that decided to do an approach just because it looked like more fun than the alternate didn't end well. That was a military cargo transport, I think, down in Guatemala. Was it Guatemala? No, not Guatemala. Guantanamo. DRD! Hey DRD, how are you? David English, good afternoon. Yeah, Christian, unless the winds change, I'm up for the RMP approach. Is that you, by the way, on my TCAS? Hey, Danny D, good to see you. Looks like a contrail over there from that aircraft that we could see just here. Right, let's get some more en route weathers. Christian, how fast are we going? We're max 7, just under 7.76. If you were 7.5 or 7.4, I think would be fine. Petros, which do I prefer, FSLTL or FSTraffic? Well, you see, it's a bit of a strange question from my point of view, just because I never fly unless I'm on VATSIM, so I always use the models, and that's all that matters to me. I don't use the weather engine, the traffic engines. So for me, the traffic models of FSTraffic are better optimized, so performance is better, but I still use both VMR files for FSTraffic and FSLTL because since doing that, I've got so many different options, and I've never seen a blank livery yet. Right, where we going? Let's have a look what's happening with regards to en route weathers. So I'm thinking we'll check out Boritz and Bilbao. So LFBZ. It's usually a bit windy down there. Send that off. So how's Boritz doing? Christian, have I changed the cost inlet back? Yes, I have, yes. Start rain down 060 at 10, overcast 6,200. Yeah, so Barry's is fine, that's Cat 1. What else we got? Bilbao. I'm passing that. Send that off. Easyjet, can I do a tutorial on what to say to air traffic control, how to use vPilot? There's plenty of tutorials already online for using vPilot, and as for what to say to ATC, the best thing is just to connect and listen, or obviously watch people who are streaming on it. What's happening with Bilbao? 0607, visibility is fine. Yeah, both those wide open, so no problem. Okay, I'm going to reprogram the approach then. So, secondary flight plan, just copy the active, that's set for 21. And let's pop in the RNAV 03 approach. The star is still the same, so that's the Lambda 3. Is it the 3 Bravo for runway 03? Three Bravo or 3 Alpha. What's the difference? Oh, it'll be the 3 Alpha. Because the 3 Bravo I then think takes us on to the circling, so 3 Alpha it will be. Yeah, Lambda 3 Alpha, so that's the same one we've got. And then it'll come in via Idotu. Insert. Why does this pressure page keep coming up? Is it because the VS rate starts to go a bit mad? There we are. Okay, see what this looks like. No. That's not right. That's definitely not right. What star has it popped in there? I mean, technically, we could just vector ourselves in to to the start of the approach, couldn't we? Because all the stars take us from Lambda, then to Lima Romeo Alpha, up here. But yeah, that approach should have got us. Got Lima Romeo Alpha in there, but it doesn't seem to have popped that in. So that should have in there Lambda, Lima Romeo Alpha, and then, right, I might just have to build that up ourselves. Lima Romeo Alpha. Where's that gone? Let's not even put it in. That's it. Set that. Clear that up. What's it doing here? Erase that. There. There. Yeah, so Lima Romeo Alpha, the VOR, and then to Idotu. Clear that out. There we go. Christian, you've put in the 403 of you as well, just so you don't have to sort yourself in. Ah, that's not a bad shout actually. It's part of the go around, isn't it? Yeah, all right, good call. What's that waypoint name? Charlie Oscar 403. There we go. Right. Oh, my approach just looks like it's just cleared itself off. Oh, let's do this again. Right. Arrival. RNAV 03. Approach via Idotu. I'm going to have to... Do you know what? Copy the active. No, didn't mean to copy the active at all. That's rubbish. Okie dokies. Right. Set that. My McDoo is not playing ball today. Lambda 3 Alpha. So the original was this. This was my original approach. Copy the active. That's done right now. Let's change it. I would like the RMP, the RNAV 03, The start is the same, 3 alpha. The veer is IDO 2, and insert. Right. Oh, it might have done it this time. Oh, it has done. Well, why didn't you do that last time, instead of having to ask me to faff around with it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, and just for a little bit of help with the vectoring, we'll pop in Charlie Oscar 403. So, Charlie Oscar 403. We'll pop that in just there. Oh, it really doesn't like me putting that in. Do you know what? I'll vector myself in. It's fine. Yeah. So we'll just leave Lima Romeo Alpha, and then we'll vector ourselves in and around rather than doing this. Otherwise, we're not going to get when that's not a nice turn. So, while I'm faffing around with the flight plan, let's just sort it out in terms of what speed we want to be where. So Lima Romeo Alpha, 5,000 feet at IDO2's checked. I'm not going to be doing 250 knots. No, I want to be nice and slow by that point. I want to be able to get flaps 2 out, and I want to do a stabilised approach, not a decelerated approach. So that's speed is now in as well. Yeah, and there we'll fine as well. I'm by 3 whiskey. We're going to be at VAP. So that'll just help sort it out. It says above 250. I don't want to be above. I want to be bang on. So let's help with that as well. Because if we're not bang on, then the approach won't work. Ah, there we go. $250 at 150. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So from 3 whiskey, we're going to be flying manual. Manual hand flying. Don't do enough of that. Well, live weather seems to have kicked in, certainly. Now that's done, let's copy the active, so that's fine. And just in case the winds change, we'll change the arrival here to the ILS 021. It's the same arrival. The veer is Galzo. And that's in. Right, we've got both approaches set up. The wind can do what it wants now. Right, back in the chat. Stig, on your flight from Oslo to Zurich this morning, you experienced a sudden bump of mid-flight causing the Phoenix to roll over. Wow. Do you have anti-ice? Do you have the icing effects in Microsoft Flight Simulator turned off? You need to have it turned off for the Phoenix. It doesn't like it. Martin the Pilot on Twitch, thanks for following, guy. Mark Burrosimmer, didn't I press the V last time? Is that why it messed it up? Oh well, never mind. It's in now. We've sorted it. That's why you don't leave it to the last minute. especially if I'm doing it. So what is every one of you doing this fine Tuesday afternoon, apart from watching me fight with my flight management guidance computer? All working hard, presumably. Mike had an issue with doing VATSIM over the weekend. You entered a flight level restriction at a certain waypoint, but the top of descent marker didn't alter to compensate for it. It might not have done, it'll just descend you quicker. Stig says the icing effects are on in the sim. You didn't know it was incompatible with the Fenix. Yes, it is. They really don't like each other. I don't know why. Loving the terrain you can see down there, just the cloud layer's kind of covering it up a little bit, but that looks kind of neat, doesn't it? Check-in says he's sipping a nice cup of coffee, so you're not really working that hard. Jamie, can I show you the sensitivity settings? They are linear, Jamie. I can't go in and show it because it means pausing the sim, and you can't do that when on VATSIM. Snow-topped mountains down there. Surprised you can see it. It looks like quite overcast clouds. There's just tiny little breaks where it's not quite thick enough to obscure the view. Alan's flying Tromsø to Rome. Microsoft Flight Sim seems to have lost the live weather. It's weird. I've got it. Some people don't have it. Some people do have it when I haven't got it. Lucas, is there any way you can get my camera config file? Yes, it's available on our Discord server. Link in the video description in order to join our Discord. Ryan, do you need to install the traffic injector when using FSTraffic, or can you just use the models and VMR file for VATSIM? You should just be able to use the models. However, I think the VMR file may come with a traffic injector, so you have to install it just for that reason, to get access to the file. You could create your own, but why bother? Andrea says it's nice to see the live weather back on. You've missed it. I think we've all missed it. Whilst you're sipping away on your cup of teas, etc., please do hit the like button if you haven't done so already and support the channel. We're about halfway through our flight, so hopefully get to the other end soon enough. And we've got a nice approach to finish as well. What's the wind doing? Have we got a tailwind like we'd predicted to have? Oh, 20 knot tailwind, that's better than a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Go away, pressure page. Be my first officer, he'll keep pressing the button. It's like actually having somebody sat there. Where's the sun? It's not that high in the sky, is it? Oh, it might be. Oh, that's quite nice. Whenever I've been flying in an afternoon, the sun's been low in the sky. I mean, we're a bit further south than here in the UK, obviously, but it means spring is around the corner. Now, it's a shame that... You can't win, can you? I was going to say, it's a shame live weather's working. We can't see Bilbao now. So then, let's have a look at the actual airport itself. As I say, I don't know it. No, it's not the longest runway in the world. So Christian, just be aware there will probably be some backtracking involved for time coordination. Not that many stands either. Stand 1, 2, 3 or 4. Let me just see. Where we're parking. 135 has pushback required. Right, in that case we're okay. So I would imagine I would imagine then we can take either stand 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Now let's have a little look about the information about the runway itself. 45 meters, so we can turn around on the runway. That's fine. .4 PAPI angles for runway 03 as we're coming in, so slightly sharper than normal. I'm going to go flaps full for today's landing. Now we've decided that, let's check that we can stop. So let's go to our arrival performance page. 03, dry, get the weather. What's our landing weight going to be? So the zero fuel weight for today's flight was 54.4 and we're going to land with about 3.3 tons of fuel. Let's call our landing weight, that's 57.7, let's call it 58 to be conservative. So, auto brake medium it is. Flap full. Manual landing. Okay. I haven't done a flap full landing for a while. What was that latest meta showing anyway? Wind 070 at 30 knots. Okay. Slight crosswind coming in from the right then. Easyjet pilot, all the mods for Microsoft Flight Simulator get dropped into your community folder. If you can't find that, quick Google search will help you with that. The VATSIM skies over North Spain must be really quiet. I can't see any contrails. And they have been added obviously now to the sim, so we will be able to see them. I wonder if we can see Christian behind us. Oh yeah, there he is, I think. Just in the background. My pilot's today sporting some rather casual wear. James Mitchell, good afternoon, mate. after many months of practice and perseverance, you finally managed a 2:10 FPM landing into Belfast from Bristol with the Phoenix. Very happy with that. James, I'd be very happy with that as well, particularly as it's usually a bit windy, isn't it, in Belfast. So yeah, fair play, mate. But my landing today is going to be harder than that. Let's get some other information for this airport that I'm unfamiliar with then. So, let's get rid of that page because we're not using it. Transition altitude, 6,000 feet. Platform altitude for this approach today is going to be 2,500. Minimum descent altitude is 1,500. MSA, we got 4,500. What is the runway's course? 033. Airfield elevation is 329, and the missed approach for this is, if we're not happy by 401, it's basically out and back up to 403. Max speed 160, 4,000 feet. Christian says it looks like the passengers took over the cockpit. Hey, they're welcome to land this aircraft on our approach today. I have to think. I don't like thinking. James says, all thanks to watching the Phoenix tutorials as well. Oh, James, you're more than welcome, mate. More than welcome. Glad they helped. Stig, do you mean you should turn off the icing effect in the sim? Yes, yes, turn off the icing effect in the sim. Definitely. Right, so what we got, it's going to be an 8 knot crosswind component by the time we get there, if the wind stays the same. Let's get the charts up that I want for this. So it's just the approach chart really that I need on here. So we've got everything sorted. RMP 03. Get the ground chart starred up as well. There we are. Good, right, we should be on the ground in about 45 minutes, I reckon. So with that, I'm going to go and grab myself a nice cup of tea, pop the kettle on, and when we come back, we'll set the box up for the approach, and then we'll brief it. Have to do this thoroughly. Strange airport. Definitely a brand new approach. Never done this before. Well, I was going to say it's going to be a little bit like Madeira and Funchal, isn't it? But now we've got the RNP AR approach. I would say this is probably a bit more difficult. This is more akin to Nice runway 22 than Funchal. Probably one of the more difficult approaches we've had for a while. It's almost a little bit like Dubrovnik. Although I think they've also got an RNP approach in there now as well. But yeah, visual prescribed tracks, not something you see too often. So think Gibraltar, Nice runway 22, and that's pretty much what the approach today is going to be like. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm going to get a cup of tea. Steady the nerves before landing, so to speak. Thank you so much everybody as well for watching this afternoon, and of course hitting that like button as well. If you haven't done so already, please do that. Helps other people to find the channel as well. So shout out to every one of you who's done that, and welcome to the new followers as well on Twitch. Alright guys, I will be back in around 5 minutes. Enjoy the views, and I shall see you shortly. Alright guys, back with you. I see the clouds have cleared while I was back in the galley getting a drink. That's good. Bit more scenic now, isn't it? What have you guys been doing whilst I've been away? Gambling, it seems, on YouTube. So... Oh dear, Mark, I see you lost. Damn. What's that? Oh, I don't have time for this. Okay, Master Caution. What have we got? We've got a failure. Glad I came back. Flight control, spoilers, elevator control, computer, 1. Wonderful. Okay, let's confirm the failure. So, Sec 1 fault, fault lights is on the overhead, yep, and on the lower ECAM, yeah, spoilers 3 and 4, Sec 1 is ambered out. Okay, that looks like we can confirm that failure. All looks fine. Aircraft, of course, still happy, flying stable. No immediate danger. Christian says Sec 1 fault. That's boring. Well, fair enough. It'd be probably less boring if we can't sort it out. Quick check of the system. So. Yeah, so here you go. This, if we can't fix it, speed brake don't use, landing distance procedure apply, spoilers 3 floors, Sec 1. Okay. Right. Let's see if we can resolve it, and then we'll, yeah, see if we can resolve it and sort it later. Okay, so Sec 1 off, then on. If unsuccessful, leave it off. Okay, turn it off, give it a couple of seconds, back on. That looks promising. Looks like we've cleared the failure. Yay, don't you just love Airbus? If something breaks, turn it off and turn it back on again. Fuel on board as well. We've got 4.2 tons. We've got plenty. Wonderful. Oh, failures like that, we don't mind. Easily fixable. It would have been interesting though if we couldn't get it fixed. So with no spoilers. Just had to make sure we were okay, and then of course have to apply the landing distance, which yeah, it's not the longest runway in the world, this, and obviously we don't have the we didn't have spoilers 3 and 4, so could maybe have affected the turn on the visual prescribed track for the left-hand turn that we needed to make, so it could have been interesting, but yeah, all done. Christian, did I see what you wrote about possible power lines on the approach to 03 earlier? No? Is that in the charts? The real charts, I mean? Because this, what's this? So a former station, a tunnel, visual references. Oh, that's about the missed landing. Okay. Christian noticed a bug you've just seen on FlightSim.to that there's a fix for it. Oh, is this going to be like Geneva? Well, fingers crossed it all turns out fine. bit of a dive bomb approach, isn't it, as well? Because it's, is it 3.4 degree the paps are set to? Okay, so we've got our top of descent is about 70 miles away, and oh hey HG, hello. Well, I was just about to say top of descent's about 70 miles away. We're about to do the brief. So quickly, let's just check the weather hasn't changed. I don't think it has. Let's find out. Wind 070 at 13. Yeah, okay. So Christian wants to do the RMP 03 approach. Yeah, so visibility's fine, we're legal to start the approach, clouds at 4,700 feet, that's going to be of no consequence to us, and the QNH is 1023. So yeah, the weather's not going to be much of a factor today. Only thing, 8 knot crosswind, so just be aware of that as we're coming in. So wind from the right, blowing us slightly left, etc. Aircraft is still fully serviceable. We had the second one fall, got that resolved, so that was okay. Nothing else appears to be broken. No times for arrival. Threats to be aware of. Well, unfamiliarity is obviously a big one. Never done this one before. And we've got terrain just to the. We've got terrain as we're coming down, but that's fine. It's miles away. But the biggest terrain is obviously just to the south of us on the main little bit of the approach. So yeah, and a missed approach point, which is obviously early because of the way the approach is configured. So if we're not happy by CO401, off we go and have another go. But anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So we're doing the RNP 03 arrival Lomba 3 Alpha. The arrival coming via La Coruna, and then from there we'll vector ourselves to Idotu, 5,000 feet at Idotu. I'd like to be flaps 1 ideally by this point, then we can get ourselves down 2,500 feet by Charlie Oscar 03 Whiskey. Well, 5 Whiskey, really, because then by 5 Whiskey I'd like to be flaps 3, gear down, then once we head down from 3 Whiskey, flaps full for the approach, VAP, etc. Stabilized approach, not a decelerated approach, and then when we get to 401 we're flying visual, a little bit of hand flying all the way down, so should be good. Not something we do all the time. A visual prescribed track approach. The pappers are set to 4.3 as well, so they're set for quite a steep angle. We've already done the landing distance calculation, so it's going to be auto brake medium for this. And when it comes to vacating the taxiway, we're probably going to have to backtrack on runway 21 because. Yeah, chances are we're not going to get off at November. When that is the case, backtrack, right turn onto November, and then park in front of the terminal. Probably no time for a single engine taxi either, so yeah. So that's how we're coming in, that's how we're configured, etc. We should have how much fuel when we get down? About 3.5 tons, which is plenty for another go as well. So. Let's just check out the box. So, flight plan page, that's all done. Radnav page. What we're going to pop in? Lima Romeo Alpha. Get that in. There's an NDB as well somewhere on here, isn't there? Yeah, Charlie Oscar Alpha. Get that in as well. In fact, I think that comes in quite useful, well, in lower visibility conditions, so that's fine. It's filled up progress page. Leco 03. That's done. GPS accuracy is high. Good, we need that. Performance page. Let's fill this out. So QNH is 1023. Winds are 07013. Temperature, how warm is it in northern Spain? 12 degrees. Flaps full, which I'd already mentioned. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. And minimums of 1,500. Lovely, that's filled out. 3.5 tons, we've said. Secondary flight plan is planned for the ILS in case we need it. Address at Charlie Whiskey 1CO. We're on top of a large, big roundabout crossing a motorway as a visual reference. That is great. Andrea, do you fly into this airport often or know much of it? You seem to have a lot of insider knowledge. So what's that? That's 1 Charlie Oscar. Oh, it actually says tunnel on these charts, but I would imagine the roundabout's better visual fix than a tunnel. It'd be nice to see how it's modelled as well in the sim. Christian says it's a 10-knot tailwind for 21 if you're late. Christian, you wanted the difficult approach, so... Oh, is difficult the wrong word? Should it just be the fun approach? Ernest, thank you for following on Twitch as well. Flight Sim, how do you fix low GPS accuracy? Fly somewhere with more satellites. That's the only thing you can do. It's not a fault of the aircraft. Christian, definitely more fun. Are you in Lufthansa as well? Are you manual thrusting your way through this manoeuvre? Ah, nice. I'm not. Jabs19 on Twitch said he had a flight to Dubrovnik cancelled in real life. I wonder, was that weather related? Andrea says windy landings most of the time. Well, it's right on the tip, isn't it? So yeah, I guess that that would be the case. I'm impressed we've had a tailwind travelling in this direction. Kevin, have you seen the A380 update? Yes, yeah, seen that yesterday. I said it looks amazing. I think it's all been teased for that long. We just want to get our hands on it now, don't we? For vertical profile calculation, how high roughly do you think you'll need to be at 401? Where's 401? About 9.5 miles, so that's 3,000 feet, elevation's 300 feet, so about 2,700, but we're going to be lower than that anyway. We're already going to be at 2,500, aren't we? Well, we're MDA's 15, where are you? Yeah, we're at 2,500, 401. What are we going to be? 9 miles is usually 3,000 feet, isn't it? Well, mind you, it's not a 3-degree descent path, is it, this one? Is that a line of sight distance? Or is that based... That's not based on Lima Romeo Alpha, is it? If it is. Ah, no, that's based on Lima Romeo Alpha, that's miles away. What's the distance to the threshold? Does it tell us? Now I'm missing something obvious here. Unless that's sort of 0 miles, 1 miles, 2 miles. So that's 7268, so that's 1.4 miles away. 1.4 miles. .6. Why they can't just write this on the bloody chartboard and make us do maths, I've got no idea. So about 2.5 miles. Which is about 1,500 feet. No, it isn't. 2.5 miles is about 1,000 feet, isn't it? Adding a bit for the turn. So for about 1,000 miles here, and then is a steeper approach path angle, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Thinking about all that though, we've just missed our top of descent, so thrust idle, up descent 100 blue. Down we go. So about 1,500 feet, which happens to be the minimums, is about right at 401. Yeah, because the steeper approach is what, 3.4, isn't it? Yeah, 3.4 is what the Pappas are set to. All I need to do is get back on profile. Because we are way high. So Christian, that's what I like to do, particularly if I know I'm going to be, if I've got VATSIM ATC and I'm not following sort of like a full procedure, then yeah, I do like to, if I can get rid of that, I don't need that anymore. I do like my radius rings. Say 3 mile radius is about 1,000 feet, isn't it? Maybe a touch over for this one just because it's a steeper approach. But yeah, that should help. Hey, Maxi 737. Good afternoon. Christian, you've missed top of descent as well. I know, right? I'm about 5,000 feet too high. Well, not that bad. We'll catch it up. Says I'm going to catch it up. Wind my speed up. We'll get down. Hey Manic Manor, good afternoon. Either way, from a passenger perspective, this should be a very, very nice approach. Rail Calgary, looks like we're coming in hot. We will be if we keep this up, but we won't. In fact, according to the navigation display, we should be back on profile in about 20 miles. Hugeman, what is the maximum QNH you can set for the altimeter in the Airbus? I have no idea. Hopefully higher than 147, as that's what it was the other day here in the UK. Can't say as I've ever tried it. I imagine this is what the weather is going to be like when we get there anyway. Christian, the maximum was 1050 before you had to, I don't know, consult a handbook and read something. Christian, you had 1043 there today. That's impressive. 1100 is the max. 1100. Wow. Has that ever been recorded anywhere? I suppose on the flip side of the coin, you've got to wonder, well, I can understand the lowest pressure causing an issue, but high pressure, think of all that air we can fly through. Yeah, HD says we'll see it on Venus. Brian, yeah, the minimum outside air temperature was -70. You start to get outside the aircraft envelope. That's why I'm flying in Spain. Think of all that extra friction as well, with all that air rubbing against you. Hey Flight Saber, is this DX12? No, it's not. No. The pilot says, imagine flying on Mars in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is it even possible? I don't even know what the atmosphere is on Mars. Does it have one? Not one humans can breathe. So my plan as well will be, we'll leave LRA and I might just pop it into heading mode to come about, I sound like a bloody ship captain, but rather than fly into this and then having to try and make an obtuse turn, we'll just sort it out nicely. Right, speed and descent. Coruna traffic, top Swiss 35 Alpha Mike is 11 miles to the east of the Lima Romeo Alpha VOR for the RNP approach runway 03. Lucas Alman, so self-loading cargo is in charge of all the passenger announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we have just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask
Okay, so QNH 1023 set cross-checked and 5000 blue. Approach checklist bar F QNH 1023. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums 1500. Auto brake medium. And our EFB is stowed.
cabin crew, we will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Right, arm and activate the approach. Lucas, so self-loading cargo is the name of the app that does that. And thrust idle, open descent. Let's kill some fairies off. So the airport is down there somewhere. See it anywhere? Oh, it's there, look. There it is. See, even the ILS approach is scenic, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just going to pull heading, and I'm just going to go heading 270. So heading 270. And we can sort out that approach a bit better. Lights are on. So 5,000 feet is mandatory at Idotu. We're about 10 miles away from that, so that's going to be fine. Speed brakes are back away. Right, let's push for managed speed, start slowing down some more. And just to recap, we're going for a stabilised approach for this one. Flaps 3 would have been useful purely to get the checklist out of the way and done with, so I can concentrate on flying, but runway's not that long. Barry, is it safe to send it over 3000 FPS? Absolutely, yeah, no problem. Right, 2,500. Flaps 1, speed's checked, flaps 1.
Coruna traffic, Lufthansa 559er.
Speed 180.
Depot for correction. We are overflying Lima Romeo Alpha altitude, so flight level 114, and we'll take the RNP approach 05 with visual.
And flaps 2, speed's checked, flaps 2. So if we make that left turn now, go back to Edotu, that should work for us. Just give that another 20 seconds or so. There we go. Okay, insert, and we're back on the approach. Looks a bit windy down there as well, looking at the sea. Okay, pop over into descent mode now. That can sort itself out. 2,500 feet by Charlie Oscar 05 Whiskey. Seven and a half miles out. To be fair, I am probably better doing that. Oh, come on, click spots. There we are. VS mode, 700 feet. That way I'm happy. Coruna traffic, top switch 35, Alpha Mike is now overhead. Edotu descending 2,500 RMP for runway 03. .600 VS. Bit bumpy.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Right, start slowing her down. So manage speed. Quite strong wind from the left at the moment. There we go, levelling off 2,500 feet, that's what we wanted. Alt star.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The
Okay,
toilets
gear
are
down.
no longer in service.
Cabin crew, please take the seats for landing. Thank you.
Flaps 3. We'll disengage the autopilot in around 1.5 miles. This is indeed a windy landing. Here comes the VDEV scale, which we can help to use. What about R5 I have control? Flight director's off.
Coruna traffic, Lufthansa 559, RNAV 03, arrival overflying 802, speed 180.
Oh, this is bumpy. Right, come on, get down, get down. Can I see the airport? Yes. Okay, flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Ground altitude is 4,000 feet. Whoa.
100 above.
Wind.
Minimum.
That's set. You can remember landing no blue. Right, let's concentrate on this landing. Four whites. Come on. Not entirely happy with the picture at the minute. Flying it like a Cessna. I wouldn't want to be doing this with manual thrust. 500. Four whites doesn't say stable, but the picture doesn't look too bad at the moment. Power lines. We're going to have to stay high because of those power lines. Right, come on, let's see if we can get you down now.
$100, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Come on, get down.
10, 5.
Get down. There we are, just in time. Spoils deployed. Reverse green. Decel. Reverses off. Manual brakes. Right, Christian is on approach. So, it's 45 metres wide. We've got plenty of space to turn around, but we need to slow down for that.
Perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help
The
you
ILS
complete
is a
your
lot
EasyJet
less
journey.
stressful.
For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or EasyJet app.
Right, let's get off and then we can tell Christian he's safe to come and attempt his landing. I have got a replay lined up as well, don't disappear. We'll definitely have time to check that out. Coruna traffic, runway 03 is vacated. Oh, HD, I never even thought about extending the runway centre line. That would have helped. I'm going to park up, get off VATSIM, and then we'll check out the replay. Not a bad handcrafted airport jobby though from Azobo. We'll take that. I think it's an airport we're definitely going to have to come and revisit again. Right, let me get off VATSIM. Thanks, Christian. Good luck to you. So, we're off VATSIM. Let's check out the replay, shall we? Oh, self-loading cargo. I forgot about that. 1 minute. Let's say goodbye to them. Right. So, let's check that out. Must be an amazing approach from a passenger perspective. To be fair, it's good from a pilot perspective as well, isn't it? Just yeah, probably one of those that if I ever do it again, there's other things I can do to assist and help out. So, but yeah, never mind. Hey Barry, good to see you, mate. You are late to the party, but you get to see a replay of a very interesting landing. Thanks for your membership over the last 19 months as well, mate. The aircraft just did not want to get down. I wasn't flaring at all, really. Just didn't want to touch down. Got us down in the end. I don't believe that landing rate, though. It could be argued that the ILS approach is actually more scenic. You're not stressing so much. Love the way it's built on top of the hill. That's neat. I think it's a fair debrief to say the approach could have been better, a bit more fluid. Landing was okay. Shall have a look outside, see how scary it looked. Let's see. If I just jump to the external camera here and fix it in position. That's a great place to stop it. That's about where we're where we began to decrab the aircraft. See what this looked like. I think the trainer would be writing on the bottom of the notepad, more practice required. We've definitely done worse landings. Yeah, that is fair to say. We've absolutely definitely done worse landings. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I I hope you've enjoyed the flight anyway. What an interesting approach. One we're definitely. Oh, look at the ship over there. No. See, we don't get to see that when we're concentrating on what we're doing. ILS approach, I just sit and look around. But yeah, what a great airport. One we are going to have to revisit again. As I say, this is a new route which I think is starting in the summer from Geneva, and I also think they're flying here from Milan as well. So we will revisit this. We will have to come back here. As I say, this is a freeware airport, handcrafted from Azomo as well, as part of the World Update, which looks quite good as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave you with a final replay. Just to play out. But thank you so much, everyone. I hope we've kept you company on this Monday. No, it's not Monday, is it? Sorry, Tuesday afternoon. Hope we've kept you company on this Tuesday afternoon, and you're all well. So until next time, and I will see you on what day is it? Oh, go away! Shut up! Keep binging at me. Yeah, I'm not actually sure when I'll next see you again, but not to worry, because you can chat with me on Discord, of course. So guys, thank you so much. I will see you whenever the next time will be, and a huge thanks to everybody who has donated and contributed to the channel, and of course our Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members as well for your support. Thank you so much, guys. I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Bye bye, everybody.
Retard. 10, 5,